Okay, welcome back. I'm Cappadocia. Welcome back to 140,000 Rogue Trader. We're carrying on right where we were. We've just entered the system here. Let's go and have a look-see. What we got here? Ooh. An abandoned Tetris base, and they did have some plasteel here. Speaking of plasteel, Dargonus. Everything is now locked. Apart from indulgencies for sale. Which put me up with the Fellowship of the Void, which I don't want. The profit factor would be nice. It's the Harris. Alright. We've got to balance a little bit here. Colony rewards. What have we got here? Rose of Zamakand. The Kabbalistic commission goes up. Just need plasteel for these. That I don't like. Dargonus. Filth of the Expanse. Nope. Just need plasteel for these. For that one. Warp guides. Holy Servitude. People, yep, we get Vigilance, we get Drusians, Profit Factor, and Complacency. Underground Workers. Giants we need. Holy Servitude. And keep the Gamma, Life of the Motive Force. Unwelcome guests. Provisions, Phlogiston. Inferno. Plasteel, Adamantine, Complacency, down 1. The Flawless Servitors. Blocks Project, Vigil of the Tech. Okay, so I can't ever do that one. We'll do that one. Oh, bloody hell. They are building this quick. This is what I want. I need more plasteel. So if we can get more plasteel from somewhere, that would be really nice. Strange anomaly has been detected on Kiva Gamma. A series of orders defined as Procedure OC has forced itself from the production algorithm. Servants of the Omnicide finds execution status as most sacred, and therefore follow its instructions to the letter. In just one cycle, cells were erected in the manufactorums connected by cogitators, and more precisely their computing channels. This network forms a pattern similar to those applied to digital cells of machine spirits. The OC procedure commands Magi with an above psi receptive to the index to enter the cells. The tech priests who then take the seats in the cells form a blissful data dream and begin to sing binaric hymns, very similar to periodically word from the vox of Cubist Delphin. Ooh. Could be part of Delphin's legacy. We cannot trace the source of the tech priests oppose the idea of studying the procedure. Oh dear. You said he needs to be filled with high size sensitivity tech priests? Sure, but why use our own service? Check out a few remote stations and outposts. Look for cogs who are banished as unfit, and you will find 3 times as many more suitable candidates than manufactorums. Oh, they're singing. I'm surprised you wasted their chief. Such harmonious form of interaction with crafted tools. My kinsmen too use psychoacoustic harmonics to guide our creations. I'm not a bone singer myself, but I might be able to tell you certain principles that define the sound of the universe. Oh. Huge project. A perfect weapon for capturing the planet. It could be a total exercise. I made some of the cadre competent text scripts from the Inquisition. Familiar with Gessium, so I personally trained several specialists, so there would not be any problems. Execution of poorly understood procedure was forbidden in the efforts to root out its directives and remove major from the cells. The rogue traders' servants faced resistance over bloodshed and death. However, the technicists of the Inquisition involved on the planet tempered the anger of the Omnicide servants by confirming the legitimacy of the Lord Captain's actions. Okay. This. We need plasteel. Asteroid. Lord Captain, it's an unusual cluster of binary asteroids, frauds, rare and minerals that are moving into fairly stable orbit. Ooh. Cool. What do we get? Adamantium. Adamantium. Don't need adamantium right now. What we need is fucking plasteel. Eulet has to come. Cassia. I think we'll leave her on board and we'll take Hendrix with us. Now we're moving Argenta into more of a close range shock troop more than a sniper. I think she'll be quite useful. Okay.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Well, that won't get very far. The lanky, haggard-looking officer with sunken cheeks stares at you in fright. His body is shivering from a feverish chill and his eyes are dying back and forth. Your lordship, road trader, what brings you to our humble ship? Stop shivering like a leaf in the wind, monkey. Answer me. Have you seen others like me in this system? If you have, tell me where and under what circumstances your paths crossed and diverged afterwards. The officer eyes widen at the sight of Violet. His face grows even paler than before and his lips move wordlessly in prayer, unable to utter a word in response. Hendrix sets his hand on his weapon and nods at the trembling officer. I have seen people like this before, afraid of their own shadow. More than that, I have turned my underlings into this. He has been tortured. Who are you? We are... Emperor, forgive me. You gasp, sucking in poison edge fresh, scorching your insides with liquid fire from throat to lungs. Every cell in your body is engulfed in maddening pain as if you're being doused in molten metal, skinned alive and subjected to another form of torture. You hear sound coming from somewhere far away, the moans of your people shuffling bare feet, and the light foot is getting closer. Rogue trader. Long awaited meeting indeed. You could barely see anything through the haze of agony, but still remember the voice well. The voice of the Xeno who devastated your capital world. Mantradized faces behind a helmet, but leaves no room for doubt. He's smirking. What have you done? You're dissatisfied, my kin. I promise I'd have your precious craft world survivors, and so you will. I'll take you to them. I might even be able to bear witness your jubilant reunion. Damn you! I'll strangle you both myself. That seems unlikely, monkey. Both your fates are now mine to decide. Inferior flesh has betrayed me. You must have you punished it poorly, Iron Monkey. No matter. As a captive, you learn how to play the art of torture, make it very thought of betrayal. Bring in the injectors. The monkey I promised to Terravanus among them. I do not want these wretches to be lynched to the hands of the Arch-Machinator. As for you, you will have your share of paralyzing dreams too, but I'm going to keep you. You're far too precious. I see you both dead. What a display. Did you truly put your trust in my cousin? Did you think that the monkey and her blood brother, she would choose you? Remember this, and never forget, you are an animal. When we have need of monkey, we will use you. When we require something more, we use our equals, just as Violet turned to me. Starts to feel your head like a deafening echo. Oh. Are you enjoying the sensation? I had this poison made for you. Who could have thought a monkey would one day earn such an honour? A special gift from a Dracon. Oh, this is loud. Let's turn it down a little bit, shall we? But you're suffering. The Xenoseed says, I knew you would be exquisite when I had a touch of Jakari's talent for extracting anguish. However, there's time for that later. No matter how I wish to play with one after you all, I need a purpose for you, Rogue Trader. Gamora awaits you. All of you. Mandrakes, take them, leave none behind. Ah. This isn't very nice, is it? Your consciousness emerges from an ocean of darkness, nightmares as if someone's powerful hand reached into depths and brought you into the light. In the long room, long and angular shadows move around and exchange remarks. One of the shadows approaches you, ripping out the veil of pain and revealing a feature that looks familiar to you. You awake, monkey? Our toxin master spared no effort to drag you out of the induction dream. I must commend the nightmare weavers. The imaginations of fear you exude in your delirium are worthy of the highest praise. However, it's time to finish what we're brought here for. It's time to work for the good of the Cabal, rogue trader. Burn in the Emperor's light, you filthy Xenos. It looks like you have acquired a taste for pain, monkey. Have you? With them, resist the inevitable, knowing that a new faucet of suffering. He gestures to one of the shadows near you, and your head is forced backwards. Mahazari brings a hand holding a strange object closer. You manage to make out translucent, glossy skin, bluish, pulsating organs beneath. A little head with serrated jaws for Dukari pushes the larvae into your face. Sensing the warmth, the creature springs into motion a moment later. As blindly pokes at your skin, it discovers a nostril and rushes forward, stretching the skin, tearing the mucous membrane. Unbearable pain overwhelms you as the larva gets forced away through the soft tissue and cartilage. Each of its movement causing a crunching noise to reverberate through your skull. The creature greedily bites into flesh and moves ever upwards, past the bridge of your nose, past your eyes, and then something alien invades your consciousness. Darkness clouds your eyes, but the sensation of an alien presence does not relent. This is not conscious mind, but something primitive yet unbelievably strong in its unknowable pursuit. It's crawling around in your thoughts, scratching them with its sides, changing their shape. Perhaps it's just a bad dream, a quirk of the intellect exhausted by endless troubles. A clumsy mind of a mind too weak for the burden it's made to carry. A stray light dawns at the edge of your perception. Ew. They shoved a beetle up my nose.
I always have a backup plan.
Lord Captain, you received an astropathic message from your Golis. Key scanner reports Xenos raids. There, it's munching through my memories. A shard of Kudarak in your chamber.
You are accused of consorting with Xenos, betraying the Imperium, and neglecting the interests of humankind.
Pulsating strands stretch under from Cassia's headpiece, one wrapping around her neck while the other strain her lifeblood. Ooh. Argenta's skin is mottled with intricate pattern of scarlet blisters. Oh, lovely.
Is there money to be made?
The Tribunal is waiting for your explanations. Come closer.
Theodora. And here comes our principal witness, the road trader himself. If the presented evidence was not enough to convince you, his testimony includes a confusing case, full oath-breaking lies and heresy. You dragged this boy into a trial and I expect some woman will lend an ear to a lowly heretic's testimony. I thought better for you interrogated by alcoholics. I was wrong. Enough, let him speak. Let's conclude, shielded by the powers of the warrant of trade granted by the Imperium, Theodora once allowed herself to openly collaborate with Xenos. She plunged her entire protectorate into apostasy and heresy, including the current road trader, and went out of her way to prevent the Inquisition and me personally from maintaining order inside the Expanse. Does the road trader admit to fraternizing with Xenos? Everything. Died, you say? But who are you talking to if I did? Get one simple truth into your empty head. Your role in these events is negligible. You should thank the Emperor on the Golden Throne if I so choose, and just think me dead if it strikes your fancy. Ooh. Alice Benz with Crooked Smart Road Trader, you're right. Your heretical association with Xenos so distracted you lost your mind. It was amusing, but the joke has outstayed its welcome. It's painful for his heretic to dance your tune. His word against mine, you lost before you once used your blade, Hendrix. You need not worry, Lord Dear Captain. It's not my intention to bring unsupported claims. A road trader has often been accompanied by a Xenos companion, although the want trade does allow one grant sanctions to individual specimens. What is if not a confirmation of Von Valessa's family's loyalty to the enemies of humanity? The road trader's ties to the Drukhari, a different subspecies of Eldar, just as obvious. Who else could help him to buy and carefully prepare plans to Drukhari, if not other Drukhari? Sigmund Von Valensys always ended up in location in the next raid, knowing for certain they were going to strike. As you can see, this confession straight from the horse's mouth. At one point, the tribunal probably wants to know their true intentions of the Von Valensys dynasty. The road trader claims he's been waging war against the Drukhari this entire step. Was it a video war, or was it another staged performance? Allow me to explain what happened. Sigmund personally invited Drukhari to his worlds to use their strength and resources to sow chaos in the expanse to gain leverage over his rivals. It's very convenient to play the victim while working with those who rob your neighbours blind and terrify the worlds you pay tribute. How much did you profit from this, road trader? Do you really think I'll not discover your pathetic conspiracy? Oh. Your pathetic attempts to paint me as a heretic are blunted as rapier, tedious and useless. I don't think so. Another witness to your atrocities arrives alongside. If the court so desires, my speech will run like a river and wash away your doubts. I found a shard of my home in the road trader's chambers. An entire craft were vanished among the stars. Its only clue to its fate resting in the hands of this monkey. That's when I began to suspect he had something to do with misfortune that befallen my crew dog. Do not be deceived by his breed. He is a cunning predator lurking behind the faltering of a frail butterfly wings. This monkey before you is a bizarre amalgamation of qualities not usually adherent in his feeble species. He has mastered the mysteries of many of this world's cultures, the secrets of the universe and the ancient artifacts, the fine art of war and intricacies of deceit, all are embodied in a single monkey, however hard it is to believe. However, the thread that bound our paths broke the moment I realised the monkey's involvement in the disappearance of my home. To flee the road trader, I tracked down and eliminated his chief tracker, who had pursued our kin in this part of the galaxy for many years, and thus earned clemency before this court. So Achilles did not simply vanish, you helped him disappear. Achilles only had himself to blame. An agent who cannot recognise an impending threat is useless. The court has been presented with enough evidence. I hope no one is harbouring any doubts of guilt of the Von Valensys dynasty, but let us know the road trader's final words. You don't need to understand, monkey. You have done with what required of you. Now muster your strength while we still have fun. Enough. I'm playing with my heat. After the spell is lifted, staggering pain, darkness clouds your vision and nausea creeps up your throat, but the wounds you manage to forget soon remind you you're still alive. The weakness of your subject is an insult to the Council of Archons and Supreme Lord Commissar himself, Eumeris. Look at Eulet. He absorbs every word, watching in pain, covering her weeping wounds, her posture and gestures full of tension like prey, cornered by a pack of predators. One half his face is hidden behind a golden mask, the other visage... okay. The smug good has fled Merazi's face. He clutches the hilt of his blade and casts a vicious look at the female Drukhari in sumptuous armour. Look at the female Drukhari. With the greatest respect, mighty Nazgûl, Archon of the Cabal of the Black Heart, first among the chosen, voice of the Overlord of the Dark City, bringer of demise and conqueror of 100 worlds. The Council of Archons has had enough platitudes. Dracon Masari no longer wishes to. What do we have here? Stranger, a vitriol verbose cut and thrust, but whose fate of own machinations grave, but whose deft footwork leads to naught but dust, while from brutal finish none can save. This play, the puppet master granted me. Ooh, a harlequin. The puppet master has vexed himself and invited you to his chamber. No matter, you may be our guest, Abamen, but you are merely a spectator in this performance, and the spectators do not belong on stage. You undoubtedly know. Do not interfere. The bright motley hollow suit is hiding its foeman's face, graceful subtle moves. Before he stands a harlequin, another representative of the multifaceted Eldari race. The Xenos catches your eye and nods. A moment... You've heard many gruesome tales about the atrocities of the Drukhari, but the cruise of vice has always been involved Betrayal Vect, the Archon of the Cabal of the Black Heart, and Supreme Overlord of Gamora. I'm going to listen. The Archon addresses the female Drukhari standing beside him. His eyes are light with mockery, not directed at her, however, for he's still looking at Mazai. And how does the Archon intend to pay for her Cabal's blatant disrespect? I'm waiting for your reply, Eumeris, and my patience is growing thinner with each breath you take. Mazo's eyes filled with astonishment and disbelief. He seems to be concerned of the outcome, not expect what he's hearing now. His lips twist with an enraged style. Hatred directed at the Xenos on the throne, and yet finds no outlet under the gaze of dozens of Dracari in the chamber. I humbly bow before the Council of Archons and apologise for this outburst on the behalf of the Cabal. Allow me to prove my respect to you with a humble gift. The Dracon of the Cabal of the Ravening Tempest himself and his amusing monkey plaything with their entourage of hapless freaks will enter your readers and fight the best warriors for your crowd's amusement. Gamor accepts your gifts, Emiris, but what should I do, for Mazoai is first among your blades? Should I cast him out of the palace, condemned to disgrace, or should I be merciful and allow him to leave this chamber on his own? I think I know who will make this a difficult decision. A creature whose mewling the Council of Archons was meant to heed. Is this not right, Mazai? Will you receive what you've been longing for? It will be the monkey who decides your fate. Spit. The lesser races are disgustingly primitive. This monkey can't even decide the fate of its enemy. You were hoping that someone would lend an ear to its words. Amusing, the Venus of Gamor will devour you and your playthings. The Archon nods his satisfaction, makes some familiar gesture. Let's turn to you, Emiris. And all the masks upon their marks now stand. The slave of vanity, the spy of ascends, the thief and traitor cast down by her hand. Unbeknownst to all, their fate depends upon a lead unseen, a player green. Is that how the hospitality of Gamora Abenarin? Is how you treat the hospitality of Gamora Abenarin? The Archon angry balls his fist in the shadow of wrath hanging over the Eldari interloper. I thought your words were worth more. You insult me by interrupting the trial again. You, Archon, speak just a rebuke in truth. Fate's melodies and snarls fantastic have entrapped me here, and when I heard them play, I could not keep my lips from grinning wide. Here comes the hour for shadows to retreat, to where curtains wait to rise and laugh. With no beginning now sends forth the call. They knocked me out. Yep. I'm starting to think their hospitality in Gamora isn't very good. I really am starting to get that vibe. Yeah. The world is impenetrable haze in warm pain. You lie motionless. No, you rest in the murky gloom, slowly dissolving into nothingness. Sometimes your response is troubled by unpleasant and persistent tremors come from the place where your legs used to be. Away you vulture, this is not your prey. A vaguely brilliant vault reaches through a curtain of darkness, but your disobedient thoughts refuse to reveal where and when you heard it before. Was it just recently or 100 lifetimes ago? Trembling comfort legs is replaced with a violent jerking motion. It finally stops. From this phantasmagoria retreat, and deftly sees my merchant vagabond. The puppet master's string is left dangling. Again, you rise up and take your place and dance. A spark ignites the darkness and rudely cuts through the gloom that envelops you. An ugly image of reality assaults your retinas. You can feel your body again and realize it's filled with pain. Alas, the bliss of death will save you not. The whirling waltz of chance of gloom you'll dance. A pricked sensation bursts from your shoulder. Let's try that. Look at my rescuer. You focus your eyes on a blurry figure, a person who came to your aid. He appears to be tall, and your mind apathically refuses to continue for every moment of concentration causes you suffering. I've seen you some before. Who are you? A dream, obscure of death, deliverance, illuminating will and agony. Where am I? Among the shadows in the wings you lie, where taut are pulled the puppet master's strings. Numerous corpses mutilate bodies to pieces, thereof humans, Dracari, and other unfamiliar Xenos lie motionless in this gruesome mortuary. My companions, where are they? Not here. The roles there have been decided now. But if you play your part, perhaps the plot will draw you back together. Ought to do. A gun. I don't need that. Your body suffered too much to obey your mind, or rather it would have been if someone else, perhaps not for you. You have lived through far worse. Anguish and torture would never break you now. You rise to your feet and press on. All that's left to understand why. The Emperor's name. Plasteel discipline and permanent dogmatic +5. Your cracked lips work in tandem with your burning eyes to expel the familiar words of prayer. Each line fills your body with his light, giving you strength and driving away the pain. As the Emperor himself is commanded, you rise and make another attempt. You get up. Your body aches and rebels against you, but your tempered mind is stronger than mortal flesh, and you draw yourself up straight and take in your surroundings. Right. Even though I don't normally use guns anymore.
I'll get left in the dust.
Escape the dump.
Just as I planned.
Skin patch. If you surrender to the cough and lie down, it'll be easier to breathe and your lungs will stop burning.
I won't forget this. Let us not do.
Hands off, that corpse is mine. Oh, alright. A beggar. Your wounds barely hurt at all and your body feels surprisingly light. That's never a good sign.
Keep your wits about you.
That looks like a gateway. Enormous eye stares you through the glowing portal. Rather enormous portal lies something enormous and the more waiting patiently for you to step inside. Come over here and up the ramp.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Multi-key. Nice.
What do we have here?
Lie down. No, I'm not doing that.
Failure is just a temporary setback. I won't let it define me. I always keep my options open.
You fool. Do you have a death wish? That's why you came here, to gut people like us. Maybe I'll still go try to steep past. Maybe they won't notice.
I always get the job done.
Shriekers. Go.
It has no right to exist.
I think I could die here.
Just need to tough it out. Accept your lot. I owe you a debt. Honey,
Yep. I'm dead.
can't catch my breath.
Well, I'm still kicking.
This is good as done.
Load the last save. I really need to find better weaponry through there, but I don't think there is. Oh, for God's sake. Well, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to go back through all of that and get back to where we were. Not that it really matters what I'm doing here. But there we go. We'll get back to where we were and then I'll save it and then we'll pick it back up there. So again, thank you for your time. I've been Cappadocia. Signing off.